Telefon All right. Yes, that's fine. That's fine. We are live. Okay. Hello, everyone. We are here at our second webinar with Burak, and today we will talk about Islamic finance compliance in payment systems. Hi, Burak.
Hi, Simge.
So this is becoming our tradition, I think.
Well, we're planning to be actually, yeah. So we're also with me and with Simge as usual. So we're happy to host our webinar, and hopefully we're gonna do some topics from now on.
Yeah.
And not just focusing on what we do, but basically what generally the environment and the players and the whole about the system, payment and blockchain, and related to any kind of topics that we plan to do.
And also, our topics can be up to you as well. Please recommend any suggestions and we will cover those as well. And today, please ask anything you want about Islamic finance and other topics as well. So Burak will be here to answer and I will gladly hear him. So Burak, let's start.
Yes.
In MenaPay, why do we care about being Islamic finance compliant?
Well, before MenaPay, I think we should just emphasize why is Islamic finance is just an hype issue.
Yeah.
Actually, for the people who are not familiar to the Islamic finances, because of the religion and the law of the religion, which is Sharia, by the way, and according to Sharia, the financial institution is not that kind of applicable according to the people's beliefs, such as all kind of people basically knows that. And in the Sharia law, you cannot get any profit from the money when you put somewhere else, and you cannot get dividend from it, or you cannot get basically just get an advantage of just putting your money and get a profit without having no product or without having no service in the end. So, I mean, because of the belief that you had to get a value-added service or a product in the end, while you're just transferring or just giving your money out. So that's one of the basic problems for the Islamic finance issue, because the traditional banking solutions are not applicable, and the people, the Muslim people, are not just believing that the banking solutions are transparent, and when they put their money, they don't know what they're just entering, and in the end, they don't know what the projects and what they do with those money. So they want to have a transparent solution, and they want to have the money and the financial actions has to be under the law of Islam. So basically, this is one of the things that the Islamic finance comes to the table, because lots of people around in the world, there are Muslim people, and some of them are really conservative about this issue, and they are not players in the financial institutions. They don't have banking solutions. They don't use banking accounts. That's because they don't have any kind of digital payment solutions or any online solutions. It's hard to bring them into the digital world or offline world to make them purchasing. So basically, they focus only on the cash payment.
Yeah.
So that's why there are some special banking solutions for the Islamic finance. And so far, any payment solution or any payment company yet find a way to reach these people and bring them into the market to be monetized. So far, MenaPay has just find the smart idea with using the blockchain.
Okay, so how does blockchain provide Islamic compliance?
Yeah. So as I've just tried to explain that, one of the rules in Sharia that you cannot get dividend or profit from the money you put, as like an example, into a bank account. So this is one of the rules. And the second rule, which basically no one just focusing on this issue, and basically not all the Muslim people are just know this detail, but in the end, if you are saying that you are an Islamic finance compliance solution, you must provide all the rules and all the expectations by Islam. So the second rule is, if there's a transaction between two people, for instance, I'm just giving you $100,
Okay.
and a third person, which is like at least two people, third person has to witness the transaction that I'm giving you the $100.
In each transaction,
Yes.
like from hand to hand as well.
Yes.
All right.
So this is the case that any payment solution existing right now are just always the money transfer, the transaction happens in the system. Like, for instance, as an example of the digital wallets that you know, the huge brands right now, if a transaction happens when you're buying online or by just purchasing by offline in a just coffee store or something like that, or with your credit card in the retail store, in the market. So basically the transaction just occurs in the payment company system. So you just think that you just deliver the money, but you don't know how it just goes through and how is the flow and who is going the transaction and which date happens where, and you're just not interested in it. So you just only know that the transaction happens in the system. So with the blockchain technology, as the MenaPay is a payment gateway, a digital wallet, and working on a fully blockchain structure, every transaction at least has been approved by the node service in the system. So the service that we just put, or our just partners has put in the environment. So as it is at least 3 approval and infinite approval by the node service, it makes us an automatically Islamic finance compliant payment gateway and working on blockchain structure.
And since like all transactions are transparent, that also provides avoiding illicit activities as well.
Yes. Yes.
All right. So I wonder, like, cash on delivery is still like the most commonly used payment method.
Yeah.
When you purchase something, even online.
Yes. Yes.
So when you are paying for the product you bought,
yes.
How do you provide the witness there on the store?
So the thing is, if you talk about, especially focusing on the Middle East and North African population and the Muslim people, they're just over 60% of the population are unbanked, as the people that we're focusing right now with the MenaPay solution. So these people are just, when they buy something online, and if it's not a digital good, because it's really hard to buy a digital good with their just cash payment, because it's hard to send the cash money to the digital world. But the thing is, when they buy something from an e-commerce site, the product is just delivered and the end user just pay with cash during the delivery at the door. So it is hard for the merchant side, because sometimes the people are not at home.
Yeah.
And even they're at home, they just decided not to buy the product because it takes time to send the product. So by the time they can change their minds.
So there's no guarantee.
Yeah, no guarantee. And also you are just, as a merchant side, you are responsible for the delivery cost. And also, if you are a global company and if you are providing, as the MENA region, there are like 18 different countries. So you have to deal with different currencies and different operational cost of the delivery at the same time. So it creates a huge burden on your shoulders, and it makes your business hard to expand in the region. So that's right now how it is just working. But if after the MenaPay platform and the solution just go launched, and when the people just sees that there's a project and there's a special payment solution just respecting your beliefs, and according to your beliefs, it has been designed just as their needs, so they can easily use that. And they start to use it once, and they're going to see how it is easy, and they're going to realize that this is the easiest way to make the payments, and they made any kind of purchasing online and offline and by digital good as well. So it is going to change their payment understanding, and accordingly they're going to change their purchasing experience. So they're going to react into a positive way for the merchants, because in the end, the merchants who are having hard times to monetize these people, they can easily touch these people and have the advantage of the monetization of them. and start to expand their business.
Okay, so actually this will give merchants to scale their businesses as well in the region, like finally, especially in pure digital goods.
Yes.
All right, so if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to type them. And okay, so blockchain, by coincidence, provides a Islamic finance compliant method.
Yes.
How about regulations? How can you be Islamic finance compliant that is approved by high religious status people?
Yeah. So, as it is looks like it's a coincidence that we find out that we're just automatically Islamic finance. Actually, it's not a coincidence because the people who are behind the whole MenaPay project, they just find out the advantage and they just design for it. So, as I emphasize, it's all designed for this population specifically. It's a global solution, yes, but in the end, the fast reaction is going to come from that region, from the Muslim community. So this is the thing. And according to the regulation issue, and for instance, there are some for the family, to the people who are familiar to the blockchain platform. So and for unfamiliar, there are some different blockchain platforms that you design your system one of these platforms, or you can write it by yourself, which is the hardest way. And there are just Stellar, Hyperledger, and Quorum, one of the blockchain structures that we're planning to work as a platform. So
sorry, those are private blockchains, by the way.
Yeah, and Stellar is just got from the Sharia community for the first Islamic finance approved blockchain structure. So they got this approval. As like the people may know that there are some Islamic compliant food, Islamic compliant products. So this is the first digital compliant product working on a blockchain is Stellar. So it's going to just show us that we're in the right direction. And for the regulation side, yeah, I mean, for the Sharia law, there are some committees and for some associations, and you can just go there and get the approval, or they can just see you that you're Islamic finance. And if you have a problem, they just reach out to you and try to make you explain. And as we are ready, and as we have the license from the approval from the Central Bank of Dubai, also that about the payment and blockchain structure. So we are ready to prove any kind of questions, any kind of questioning about this regulation issue for the Islamic side and also payments.
And since our board members and team members know the region very well, I think that will not be a problem for us.
Exactly. So one of the strengths of the MenaPay project is the people just working inside. So basically, the hardest part for a payment company and including working on the cryptocurrency, the people are curious about, is there a real team, is there really experience? So basically, I can easily say that we can just check out website that our board members, advisors, and the team players are well experienced in the MENA region and well experienced in the payment and well experienced in the blockchain. So we combine a good mixture of them, and our strength is their network and their experience.
Exactly. So do you have anything you want to add, or?
Well, for the Islamic finance issue, I can just repeat myself, but I always like to say that MenaPay is just not providing a payment solution for a solution like everyone knows. There are lots of payment companies in the world, and from even our smartphones that we use, and they all say that we're monetizing the people, but they're monetizing the people who have credit card already or who are open to that kind of structure and solution. So they basically monetize the same people.
Yeah.
Every company are just monetizing the same people, but this time MenaPay is going to bring a new population, has never been touched or tried to be, but unsuccessfully solutions. With the transparency of the Islamic finance compliance, they're going to be a new population in the market and to be monetized by the merchants who are trying to reach them.
So we can say that we will serve to a region that has been underserved for years.
Yeah.
And Burak also has a Medium article about that in MenaPay publication. So if you go to medium.com/MenaPay, you can find our original articles about Islamic finance, blockchains, ICOs, and our solution. Thank you so much for listening
Thank you
to
very much,
us.
guys. And don't forget to follow our social media channels. And as
And also
we
subscribe.
Yeah, and we're always just going to update you with our weekly updates. And if we have some special events or with special new updates, we can just suddenly come up and inform you with all our social channels. And don't forget to follow us.
Join our conversations next time. See you later.
Yes, thank you. Have a nice day.
Yeah.
Bye.